Hi, First Presbyterian Church members and friends. This is Stuart Spencer, your pastor. We now begin our fifth round through our 25 ways. The ways of First Presbyterian Church are our best attempt to define the culture or atmosphere that we believe God is calling us to create here at First Presbyterian Church, Moorestown. We've created these 25 ways, which you're very familiar with from our booklet. All of these are found on our website as well. Each week we lift up what we call our Way of the Week for our review, consideration, reminder. So what I'm asking of you is to think about the Way of the Week and the behaviors that are called forth from it. And as you seek to follow Christ as a disciple, to try to practice this way as best you can. I also would like to invite you to consider recording a reflection, just a brief 2-minute reflection on the Way of the Week, where you would identify the way, read one of the scriptures, and then do a brief reflection on how you're living it or why you're grateful for it. So we're at the beginning, and our first Way of the Week is be third. The way reads as follows: God is first, others are second, and you're third. John said, don't just think about your own interest, but be interested in others. Don't think less of yourself, just think of yourself less and others more. In 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 5 is one of my favorite verses. There Peter says to us, all of you dress yourselves in humility as you relate to one another. For God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Here's some ideas for action for you as you try to live into this way. Ask God, who can I serve today? Look for an opportunity to be last. The last in line, the last to speak, or the last to be served. We're in a time when many of us are listening and learning from our African American brothers and sisters. And this way, I think, speaks to this. How might you learn, listen to our friends as they share with us their concerns for our nation? I think being third means being open to listen and to learn. Came across this wonderful quote by Tim Keller, where he writes this: the Christian gospel is that I am so flawed that Jesus had to die for me. Yet I am so loved and valued that Jesus was glad to die for me. This leads to deep humility and deep confidence at the same time. It undermines both swaggering and sniveling. I cannot feel superior to anyone for any reason, and yet I have nothing to prove to anyone. I do not think of myself more or less of myself. Instead, I think of myself less. FPC Moorestown, let's be third this week.